Hi viewers, welcome to our YouTube channel Learn to Infinite. This is Dr. DEEPALAKSHMI. Hope you would have gone through all other videos in digital logic fundamentals, also the main topic, the exam tips. Hope you would have found it very useful. So today we are going to see yet another new topic, adders. So adders, brief introduction about what are adders. So adders is a combinational circuit. So already I told you what do you mean by combinational circuit. So combinational circuit is designed using many types of gates, either using basic gates or derived gates or universal gates, any gates, okay. So adders is a combinational circuit used for adding binary bits. So what is a binary bit? It is 0 or 1. So a circuit which is used for adding binary bits is defined as an adder, okay. So adder is classified into two as off adder and full adder, okay. Again, to define what is a off adder and what do you mean by full adder. So if you are going to add 2 bits at a time, you call it as a off adder, 2 bits at a time. And the full adder is if you are going to add 3 bits at a time, you define it as a full adder, okay. So before moving on to adding 2 bits at a time and 3 bits at a time, let us have a note how the binary bits are being added, okay, the basic note, because without which we cannot go on through what do you mean by adders. So in binary bits you have 0 plus 0 is equal to 0, 0 plus 1 is equal to 1, also 1 plus 0 is equal to 1, and 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 0. It is not 2, it is 1 0. So this is the basic note you have to know before moving on to adders, how the binary bit addition is being followed, right? Okay, straight away we are going to what do you mean by off adders. So off adders is adding 2 bits at a time. So before moving on to, we have to first derive at the truth table. So what is the truth table? It lets you know what will be the possible outcomes of the binary bit, possible combinations of the binary bits, okay. So being an off adder, I told you it is a 2-bit binary addition, right? So moving on to the truth table. So what are the possible combinations of 2-bit? We have seen in previous video how to formulate a 2-bit truth table, okay. If at all you don't know what is a truth table, please do visit our previous videos, okay. So in truth table you have x, y, right. So for addition you will be having sum and a carry. Sum is your result, right. So carry is your what you are going to carry on to the previous bit. So what are the possible combinations? Being a 2-bit, 2 power 2, which is 4 combinations, it is 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. These are the possible combinations of 2-bit. Other than this there is no other combination. So when you are adding it, so follow this instructions or follow this rules. 0 plus 0, your answer is 0 and you are not going to carry on anything. Again 0 plus 1, your answer is 0, that is sum is 1 and your carry is 0. 1 plus 0, your sum is 1 and carry is 0. 1 plus 1, it is 1 0, okay. So when it is going to be 1 0, you have to write LSB in your sum. So what is LSB? LSB is your least significant bit. So LSB is 0, that is for 1 0, LSB is going to be 0 and 1 is going to be your MSB. So 1 should come in the carry, right. So this is the truth table for your off adder. Now what we need to do is, we need to derive the equation for sum and carry so that you can implement your off adder. So we will see how to derive the characteristic equation for your sum and carry. So first we will move on to carry, it is most easiest one, okay. So when you have to take the output which is equivalent to 1, that particular inputs alone should be concentrated. So when you are taking your carry, only in the last row your output is equivalent to 1. So what are the inputs for that one? It is x and y, because when it is 0 and 0, you call it as x dash y dash. When it is 0 1, you call it as x dash y. When it is 1 0, you call it as x y dash. When it is 1 1, you call it as x y, right? We have seen in previous videos how to derive this. So when the output is 1, only in the last row, so your carry is equivalent to x y. This is the equation for your carry. Now what will be the equation for your sum? Again take the output which as 1 as the output, okay. So only in your second row and third row the output is equivalent to 1. So note down the second row and third row. Second row and third row as output equivalent to 1 for sum. So S is equal to, what is this? X dash y plus x y dash. This is the equation for sum. So I think so now you will be able to guess what is this x dash y plus x y dash. So we have seen the derived gates. For those who haven't visited, known about the derived gates, please do visit our previous video where we have seen about the derived gates. So x dash y plus x y dash, this is nothing but your XOR formula. So how the XOR formula is denoted? X XOR y. So this is your equation for sum. Sum is equivalent to x XOR y. Okay. So we have two equations, sum and carry. So now we have got the equations. Now what is the final step is the implementation. Okay. So final step is your implementation of adder. So how to implement? By using your gates. Right? So we have seen what are basic gates, what are derived gates, what are logic gates, all the gates we have seen. So using that you are going to implement the off adder. So we know what do you mean by off adder. We have seen the output for the off adder, we derived the equation for the off adder. Now the final stage is the implementation. So first we will see S is equal to x XOR y. So x XOR y, you know about the XOR gate, right? It is a derived gate. This is your x XOR y. So x y, what will be your output? This is nothing but S is equal to S XOR y. So we have implemented your sum. The same way carry is equal to xy. Okay. So xy is a product. So for product, what symbol we have to use? What gate we have to use? We have to use your AND gate. Right. So product is for AND. Sum is for OR. So this is equal to C is equal to xy. So we have implemented our off adder using our combinational circuit, right? So I think so you would have understood what do you mean by a off adder. Okay, so adder is a circuit which is used for adding your binary bits, and it is divided into off adder and full adder. So what is off adder? Addition of 2 bits. So for implementing it, we need to formulate the truth table. From the truth table, we are deriving what is the sum and what is the carry. From that, you are implementing your off adder using the basic gates. Fine. So hope this video would be very useful for you. So in next session, we will be seeing what is a full adder and how to implement the full adder. So till that, learn, keep learning, happy learning. This is Dr. DEEPALAKSHMI signing off.